Welcome to Guitar Video Blog number 5. Last week we had to take the lesson off because we had unexpected winter weather here in Texas that our infrastructure is not able to handle, and this week had to take it off again. My lesson teacher ended up having the flu, so I hope he gets better. I definitely don't want to make him get out of bed and stop resting to try to have a guitar lesson, and I also don't want to get sick with the flu either. So as far as what he's assigned me to work on, I've really only been working on the solos for I Want a Woman, really just the first one with 16th notes. That hasn't really changed. That was terrible. I'm sorry. That was a little bit better. It's really weird to just kind of go off the cuff with that, trying to do it as fast as I can. I guess that's something I need to work on, because a lot of other people, they can just throw something out off the cuff, and that's something I've been working on, so I should be able to do that. But one of my challenges with that is you lead into it with, on fret 15, this bend, and so for bends, you want to reinforce it, have these other two fingers with it, and then also having your thumb wrapped around is typically really good for bends. That was a little sloppy, but trying to do that and then trying to go fast through that 16th notes at 130 beats per minute. I've always heard that you don't want to keep your thumb wrapped around like this whenever you're doing any type of speed involving the left hand. You want to have some open space. People will say, like, you want to have some daylight in there, meaning it's not like up against the neck. There's some space. And so what I was going to ask him in the lesson was about going from the bend and then quickly switching and trying to get into position for that fast lick at 16th notes. So I've definitely been struggling with that. And that's really all I've been working on with that song, because aside from the solos, I've got like the riff down. And that's not really my issue with it. Once I have the solos, I can put it all together and see what my shortcomings are then. But the solos are the biggest thing I have trouble with. And so just in general, having trouble at speed. Last video blog, I talked a little bit about how I was looking at Michelangelo Badio stuff. One of the things he talks about is your potential picking speed, or your PPS. Essentially, it's playing 16th notes as fast as you can on a single note. So, like 12th fret on the 4th string, A, and then trying to get it as fast as you can. And it doesn't really matter exactly like your technique for it. Like long term, sure it does, but just trying to figure out what the maximum that you can do. It doesn't really matter, just to find your maximum. And so mine right now is about 180, and obviously my position and technique wasn't that great. You might hear it referred to as like a tremolo. And so 180 beats per minute is kind of the top of mine, which for a lot of songs, if that's the fastest I can go on a single note without changing anything else, that's too slow to play the song, because with all the string crossings and moving and all the left hand work in there as well, I'm sure my top speed with all of that is going to be well below that 180 that I can do just on that one note. And that's why it's called the potential picking speed, because that's like your upper limit, your maximum. And so if you can increase that, then your other stuff that you play should be able to get faster as well. Because the fastest you can ever play is on that one note, as Michelangelo Badio likes to talk about. And so part of my goal is to work on increasing that. I've been tracking my performance, or like the speed that I get to with the I Want a Woman solos, the potential picking speed, and some of the other stuff I've been working on as well in my little tracker spreadsheet that I've started and I'm using, where I put what day, my start time, end time, and that way I can just kind of keep a record, a log of all my practice, see my progression, what I'm improving on, what I'm like maybe hitting a wall, see if I'm hitting a wall on this, but I'm progressing over here. What about this am I hitting a wall? What's the difficulty here? Is it like a string crossing or something? Is it the stroke on the string crossing? Is it maybe descending? Who knows? But it'll let me at least isolate and find my problems, or potential problems, and then from there do a deep dive trying to figure out what I need to do. One of the things that I've been working on keeping track of as well is the riff for Poison Was the Cure by Megadeth. It's not their most popular song, but if you like Megadeth, I'm pretty sure you like the song. Like if you're a Megadeth diehard fan, whatever. And on this channel, I had a couple progress videos where I got up to a certain speed. Right now I'm well below that because I haven't looked at it in quite a long time. And two, I just hadn't tried playing at speed for quite a while either. And I also took a lot of breaks in between with my playing. So I wasn't very consistent. So my skills definitely dulled from when I was working on that. So that's something I was working on, and I figure that's definitely a good way to gauge where I'm at now, to compare where I am now versus then, because I have that metric, and then to see if I can get past that, to see if I'm actually improving or if I hit like the same wall. I just feel that's a really good place for me to try to judge myself against myself instead of against others. And yeah, last big talking point that I have, just checking my time real quick, is I also on Musician have gone through now every single song and added them to my favorites list if they are free for me to play and I haven't gotten them gold. Before I had done it and just for the levels individually, after having some issues with trying to get to the songs I wanted to try to play, and then I added the ones to level 5, and then I realized I missed some. When I went back on stream showing people why I added them to the favorites, because when you scroll down to them, it takes like 2 or 3 minutes to get all the way down to the bottom, and it's just tedious and annoying. So adding them to the favorites, it's quick and easy to get to. Most of you have probably heard this before. If you want me to expand on it, I can later. But when doing that, I realized I missed some. That was Stream like 22, and then I figured I'm getting pretty close to the end of level 5. Let me go ahead and do that for like level 6. While I'm at it, let me just do it for everything. That way I have them all. If something changes the level, I'll still have it favorited, so I know that I'll need to do it still, as long as I just click the right level to look at. And I realized I missed some more on level 5. So where last week I thought I was below 30, this week we're back at exactly 30. But for real this time, we're not going above 30 again. It's 30 or less unless they decide to add a bunch more free ones. As far as our Yousician total playtime, it is at 120 hours and 53 minutes. Rocksmith, we are at 371 hours. Just my other practice time, not using either of the programs, I'm at 7 hours and 56 minutes. So all in all, that's just under 500 hours. I'm at 499.75, a little bit of rounding in there, but 0.75 hours of total practice time that I've just have tracked. And as far as how much I practiced over this past week since the last video blog, it's been 7.25, so 7.25 hours, 7 hours, 15 minutes. In my work, I use a lot of decimals, so that's really comfortable to me. But in terms of talking about time to other people, I'm sure other people are more used to minutes or something like a quarter hour or something. But 7.25 hours of playtime this last week. That's a little over an hour a day on average, which I don't practice all at once. I've got my morning streams where I go through the musician stuff, and then the evening or afternoon I'll practice as well. And then on the weekends, that's where a lot of the extra time came in as well, because on the weekends I didn't have work and was able to practice. I think I'm rambling on for right about 10 minutes. So thank you all so much, and I hope to see you again soon.